Good evening and welcome to the noise show. I have to mute this one. Welcome and Hayek. You're the first chatter. Let's hope there will be a few viewers today. I'm starting earlier than usual, and I will have to keep a watch on my levels so I don't do the same mistakes as last time I did a noise show. It was very low. Yeah. Okay. Today is about yes, it's about the newest Omnisphere. It's Omnisphere 3, and it can do a lot. It can do a lot. I will demo a lot of the default or factory sounds, and I may try to make some patches if you would like to see that. So we will get to that. Let's see. First, let's select something here and find out if we can hear anything. So I'll just take something like this. That's not loud, at least not in my headphones. Let's see. I'll turn up the volume in Omnisphere. Oh, I can see it is a weak one. So perhaps I shouldn't turn it up because it will get louder. So let's try to select another patch. I would still like it to be a little louder than that. Let me know if it's not loud enough. And welcome to Marky, and I sing the Body Electric. I will say the new Omnisphere is really an ambient machine. It's yeah. Oh, oops. Twisting the wrong window. Let's get to the right one. That's quite difficult actually when you stream. Which window are you using? Here. That's the right window. I was going to do the show in Cubase, but Cubase has a problem. Whenever a plugin is selected, it's visible, and whenever I select something else, for example, the streaming app, so I can see if everything is fine, then the plugin disappears, and that's very annoying. So I'm not using Cubase today. I do have Bitwig installed, but I'm not sure if it's working completely, but we can try that later. Is it loud enough? One thing I would have loved if it was possible well, it could be possible if they made it, is an effect engine that is not associated with each patch. So that you have effects on your patches is great, but also so you can shift to some other patches and still keep the tails of the previous ones in the effects section. Cubase, no, not Cubase. Omnisphere can't do that. But okay, I'm told by Marky it sounds okay. Good. Thank you. I hope you will enjoy the show, and I hope I can do something good. If I do something bad, then I will be sad because I'm missing the football game between Belarus and Denmark. It's on right now. So I have to do a good show so I can tell myself I did the right thing. Okay, well, I think we will win. But yeah. And I know Scotland and is it Greece are playing too. I would like to cross my fingers for Scotland, but if Scotland wins, then we are not 100% sure to move on. So yeah, let's see. But back to the sounds, the noise. One of the new things in one of the enhanced things in Omnisphere is the effects section. So let's play with that. There's a lot of new effects. I will show them in details later, but first I will just choose some presets. So let's take some ambient stuff like I usually love. There. Velvet Space sounds like it should be good, I hope. Often when we choose a preset, the verb is fully up, the effect is fully up, and it has to be adjusted. I would like to try some other patches before I try more effects, because there are some others which are better. When I do patches, it's very important that each patch is in tune. I don't know why this was accepted by those doing the patches. should sound good, and then I hit the microphone. Sorry. A little annoying that these things happens while you add something. It's not really a live instrument because of that. It should be muted till it's ready. At least the effect, not and then insert it to the chain. It shouldn't make these noises and all that. But I love the app. I love Omnisphere. But there are some things that could be better. Of course. No noise. Okay, let's take something else. That's something there. But I would like one of these, a special one I'm looking for. There. Yeah. And right now it's like we don't hear it. Am I on the right one? I am on C and I'm listening to C. And I'm changing that, yeah. But let's open the filter. But I do have a lot of effects on. A lot. Let's see. I can't hear the Furby. And there's no granular on. Should be hearing that. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand why when changing a waveform for a part, the effect is cut off. Why? I haven't changed the patch. I have only changed the waveform in the patch. It shouldn't cut it off. So there are a few things that I'm not 100% satisfied with in Omnisphere, but if using it for studio use, it's perfect. It can do everything except sampling. It can play back samples. It can't sample itself, it's that's not an instrument it can't sound like, I would say. But the new version has turned it into more ambient than earlier. And still they are keeping their keyboard samples. There are lots of bowed violins and other instruments and weird things in the library. But still they haven't included many keys, many pianos, because they have the other plugin which has all the keys. And I think it's sad because this has everything except that, and it should be there. I think so. Beautiful effect. Really beautiful. Yeah, I am heavy breathing. I hope it will change after the surgery here in a week's time. It's Morten in the chat who's mentioning my heavy breathing, but it's part of this ambient show. Well, Okay, let me know in the chat if there's something you want to see in this new version of Omnisphere, something special. Else I just keep playing and just enjoy the noise coming out of it. Yeah. Morten is asking if the D50 emulation still is here. It's not an emulation. They have some setups for different keyboards or synthesizers. For example, the D50. No, they have some samples for D50, but they have setups for other synths. So when you're twisting parameters on those synths, then you are twisting the same, almost the same in Omnisphere. For example, if you have a 4-voice synth in a keyboard and you twist something there, then it's twisting the same on each. I hit that microphone all the time. On each oscillator and so on. So yeah. I used it with the Minilog XD at a time, and the patches I made sounded like the Minilog XD. So in that way you could call it an emulation, but it's like Roland's way of thinking with ACB and whatever they call it, where it can do a lot, but by limiting it to only do a few things, it will sound like that synthesizer and that synthesizer, instead of having everything open on every sense. So you can use Omnisphere as it is and have the 4 voices you have there, the 4 parts, and you can limit it to sound like other things. The new keyboard hardware integrations in the new Omnisphere, it's like they haven't nitpicked it enough yet. It's like they just made a lot quickly. For example, they are saying they are supporting the key stage, which is just a controller keyboard, but it's MIDI 2.0 and it can receive patch names and all that stuff, but they're not using it. Why are they then saying it's integrated? Yeah. I know I'm nitpicking. I know I could be more positive, but all in all, it is a very, very good plugin or app, however you use it. And it can replace most of your hardware synths. It can sound better than most of them, I will say. But in live situations, it's not perfect. It's not an app that's crashing and all that. It's working. It's working very well. But if you want to use it live, you have to use it differently, and plan ahead and use more instances. Of course, you can use multis and when I said parts before, I meant parts here in each preset, each patch. But you also have 8 tracks like a multitemporal synth. I think that's what they call parts actually. And you can make multis where you can play them like it's an old Casio keyboard, or like it's what is it called, Unify from Plugin Guru. There are Actually, that's where John was inspired to make Unify from Omnisphere. He has just expanded it on that part, so it's much stronger than Omnisphere. Boom, 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 boom. Now I say that word I hate. Boom, boom. Okay, let's try some other parts, patches, and please ask if there's anything you want to ask about. Show the layer mode. These are layers, and there are multis where you have all the different parts, and you can stack them so you can have them filling different, starting at different keys and all that. I don't know what you mean when you say show the layer mode. It's not just a mode, so you have to be more specific. Yeah, let's go back to some, not the multis. I'm not a fan of the multis. Yeah, Morten, but I don't want to play around with the multis. I think it's boring to make music where you just hit one key and yeah, then you're playing a lot. It's not music to me. This is a multi. So it's a bass in the bottom and there are strings in the top and so on. You can see how it's split here. Yeah, but I'm not here to satisfy everyone, Morten. I'm here to feel good while doing a show. And if I don't feel good about what I do, then why should I do it? So this is not that. Let's see. But I'm demoing some now. Here you can see there are some splits. If I could find them. It's just, I think it's a multi-sample, so it's different patches with which sounds good in this area. I'm not sure, but let's see if we can find some other kind of multis. Let's go into here. Drum grooves, for example. This is more interesting, I think. Okay, that was not bad. But again, if you've used it in one track, one song, then you've used it and you will not use it again, I think. I will not. VL tones, it was the Casio VL1 I had on the show last time. Let's see what else. That was drum grooves. Then let's see, live mode demos. I can't play guitar. Let's find something more interesting. Okay, so this is just splits, but you could also, for example, this bass, you could play it with this at the same time by tracking it down here. And then there are these strings up here. You could also drag them down here and play them. So that's how that works. Next time I will play with, or next time that I will play with Omnisphere, I promise to have a lot of libraries installed. Right now I only have the factory things installed, but I have a lot I've bought and been given through time by different artists, and I've made some myself. One library I would like to show now when we are here with the multis. It's a library called Heartbeats. I sold the rights for it to John from Plugin Guru, so now it's part of Unify. But original it was an Omnisphere library. But we'll get back to that another time. So let's get out of the multis. They are not really doing it for me. And that's then one of the sounds which was used in the multi. They are on all these tracks. Okay, they are assigned to different MIDI channels, I think. Let's get out of this. Back to part. Oh, that's an old Omnisphere 2 patch. Let's go to something newer. Yeah, if you're doing soundtracks for movies, there's a lot of these things, and it can be used in lots of situations in movies. Why isn't it changing? Oh, I'm still in stack mode. Back. Initialize. Yep. That's better. Yes. And out of them, it keeps being in the multis. I'm not sure. I think it was easier to get out of earlier. Okay, let's go back to here. There's an instrument collection, and it's mostly from the good old stuff, and there's a lot. Yeah. But I'm more to the ambient, so let's go back to something like that. Yeah, let's try to make a patch on this one. Normally I would start from scratch, or I would make some small patches that is basically with everything I need, and then just needing to change a few things. If I make a patch for others, I will never use something others have made. I will always start from my own patches. But this is just a demo, so it's okay. So let's find something out there. Oh, we're in all categories. I should have chosen one. So let's take some textures, playable. No, Morten, if you are going to sell your patches, you can never use anything from others. That's stealing. Oh, it's very weak, this one. Well, my wife just told me we're ahead 1-0 in the match against Belarus. That's good. Yeah, let's keep on with the nice show. These R's reminds me a lot of some choir sounds I had on the Mirage, in Sonic Mirage back in the 80s. I love this sound, but I was always looking for the special Fairlight sound. Today I have it somewhere. It's not in this. It's not in the Omnisphere library, but today you're not using that sound anymore. But the D50 did have a sound that reminded me a little about the original sound. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure Robbie from Procent Network will know what I'm talking about. It's the voice sound used in Madness. My Name is Michael Caine, and in Our House, and Suluk. I think he used it too. Shamisha. Well, back to the audio here. Okay, I said I didn't prepare much, but I did prepare a little bit. So let's go into the patch browser and take everything and it's a long time since I've done this. Let's sort on, let's see. That's not how. I can't remember how to use all this stuff. It's a long time ago since I used it the last time. There are some functions in Omnisphere which I don't know if you know them, but I can show. If you have a sound you really like, perhaps not that one. Let's say this one. And you want one which is like it, then you can hit match and it will just go for everything that looks like it or sounds like it, which have nearly the same parameters. And then here you can see how much it matches. So this was the sound I tried to match. And these are the ones it found, or some of them. So if you find something you really like somewhere in the program, then you can come on there, browse. Then you can find something that sounds like it. For example, if you don't think it's perfect, but it's almost there. There's also the sound lock where you can lock some parameters and keep them while you change to another patch. For example, if you like let's take some arpeggio. That's too simple. Yeah, that's easy to remember. If you like that arpeggio, then you can lock it, and whatever you change to will have that arpeggio. It's still there. It can be played in different speeds, but it's still there. And you can lock other things. Yeah, and clear it again. So in that way you can change patch to another patch, but still keep some of the previous patch. That's some good functions which other plugins don't have. I didn't find the favorite. Why can't I remember how to see my favorites? Let's see. It's kind of stupid. I can't remember that. Well, I can't. Sad. But let's go over here and sort by ratings. That one must be it. But it's not showing everything. It's because I'm in there. So there. There. That's my favorites. Yeah. Now I remember it. Oh, stumble upon it. Uh, 2 seconds and I'll be back. Here I'm locking. I've locked the effects, so it's the same effects when I change patch. Still, here I would have loved if it could keep the tails. So when I change patches, it would still keep the effects running and not mute it and start all over on the next. If you notice up here, when I change to another patch, there it says complete. But if it's a big patch with some huge sound sources samples, then it will be yellow, but it will already be playable when it's yellow, and when it's green, it's completely loaded. So that's another thing. It's fast to change patches, but sometimes the patches is not fully loaded before it turns green. It's worth it, Kent. I've used Omnisphere for 7 or 8 years or something like that. Um, and each big update from 1 point something to 2.0 was very big, and so on. I think it was 2.5 something happened to, and now 3, Omnisphere 3. It's very, very, very good. I have I'm a little terrified to make patches for it next time, because now there are so many things to consider when doing a patch. It's not only doing each part of a patch. It's also about thinking about when changing here in the global things, the global cutoff for all the 4 parts. I'm not sure if all that should be thinked in when you are doing the patch. I believe it is, else it can be chaos. But there is a lot more to think about now when doing patches. But I look forward to try. I do that. So let's continue. Thank you, Thomas, saying I'm a JX3D, the Wise Man Show. Oh, okay. I just know a few things about Omnisphere. Actually, I've for the previous version, not this version, I was on a test team for Spectrosonics, so I know a little about this. I do. And I love this plugin. It's so good. It's so good. One thing, before when I locked the effects, of course I locked all the effects, so it's not just the reverb. Therefore, if there was distortion on things before, it's still on. So let's take off the lock and try to hear how it would have sounded. So those were the reasons I rated this with 4 stars. It was not how it sounded before, it was how it sounded this time. Morten is talking about some background noise. Is it from this one? Is it gone now? Okay. It was an input on the mixer from some external gear which wasn't connected. Sorry about that. Again, my bad hearing, problem about getting old, meant that I didn't hear it. So thank you for saying it, Morten. But nobody else talked about it, so I didn't know it was there. Yeah, thanks. It shouldn't come back when I mute my mic. Everybody else, does anyone else hear it? Let's see. I do have the mixer here. Let me know if it disappears. This is my input 4. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Did it change anything? Yeah, I don't need to know if there's no noise there. I need to know what number is set when I mute the mic. Could you hear it then? It shouldn't come when I mute the mic. I just did it. Yeah, maybe it's the voices in your head, Morten. Yeah, good. I sing the Butter Electric. And good, Morten. Then we cured you. Okay, let's continue here. Yeah, this patch is supposed to say wobble or whatever you call it. That's part of why I like it. tiny amount of D50. So now you must be happy, Morten. Well, I said a tiny amount. I recently installed the Omnisphere on this machine, the number 3, and yeah, actually I didn't have the previous one on it. Still have it on my PC. So therefore the favorites are only, or the rated ones are only done yesterday when I prepared the show. Let's see. Well, if you are a patch maker, you can hear there are lots of possibilities. Also things that has been done, so you don't have to do that. I haven't explored this category yet, and we'll do it later. Let's see, is there a patch in this category called Gurning Half-Wit? What does that mean? Gurning Half-Wit, is it a joke, or should I see if there is a patch called that? It's probably a joke. Nothing like and I should be able to get to the top category. Or nope, nothing called that. Yeah, it is a joke. Yeah, okay. Then I better look it up. But let's play something else. That's not dirty. Not much. Well, let's see. I will. I will do that Google search, but after the show. If you're doing radio shows or dramas or something like that, you have all the sounds. Unless it's a romantic drama. He tried to kiss her. His mouth was close to her lips. Ah, damn. I thought it was something really annoying. Okay. Yeah, that was the effect I needed before. His lips was approaching her lips, and then suddenly. Okay. Afterwards, they visited the dentist. Okay, black den. Yeah. Blood vessels, perhaps. Yeah, that's about it. Good that Shango's dead. Yeah. But do they still sound the same? Of course, I can make this sound the same like everything else. Let's go to the effect library. Oh, effect page. First, we'll take some default, something far out. Turn down the verbs. Are we there yet, Jack? I sing the Body Electric. Let's put it on so you can see it. Yes, it has been used for years. There are a lot of sound libraries and effect libraries and music libraries for movies and TV. And yes, the categories are quite normal and quite used. So yes, and especially today, where every company, every TV station has to save money and are using libraries instead of using artists to make things. They are all following these tag names. Yeah, that was a little. I work on a TV station and they use libraries and I think it's so sad they don't use musicians. Yes, a musician can do a sound or a song for a library and get a one-time pay for that. But before we gotta pay each time the program was shown on TV or stream or wherever. Now that's not how musicians earn money, and musicians are earning shit. So if you want to be a musician today, do concerts, get a fan base, and do more concerts and more concerts, and then you may sell some records and get some airplays. But concerts, is what you earn on. Or if you want to be a musician because you like to do what you do, fuck all that. Just do your music. Yeah. sorry, I used all the F words, but that happens. Hi Tim. I guess you were on John's stream, so you didn't see the show here. But we'll see you next time, Tim. It's about time to end the show for today. I will take up Omnisphere again. Next time I will probably mix it a little more with composing, and if someone wants me to do a patch live, just let me know and I will do that. And I would have loved to do it in Cubase, but as I said, Cubase, if I leave something to watch something else, then the plugins are off screen, and if I shared a window where the plugin was, then that window is not being shared next time it opens. Maybe not. Sometimes it is, but if I have had other things open, yeah. It's not easy when you do a live stream and share windows and they just disappear. So it may not be in Cubase. It may be in Bitwig that I work next time. Though I like Cubase much more. I compose fast in Cubase. I don't do that in Bitwig, but Bitwig is more experimental to me, and I like that. So I may do it there next time. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Yeah, you're saying something. Yeah, I haven't talked about that. That you can use the effects here, and put other things through. So that's another option. You couldn't do that in previous versions of Omnisphere. You can now in Omnisphere 3. So that's one more good thing about the new version. Let's see. I think it's still about the tags. Yeah. But what I'm used to at work is when they look for something and find something, they usually use it again. So in another TV program or production, they use the same sounds again and again, and same jingles or tracks or whatever they use. That's my experience with how editors work when doing video. Sound editors, not the software, but the people. Yeah. It's a bit sad that I can't see all these winking and strange icons. I can if I go out to a YouTube chat, but I have not enough to watch while doing a live stream. But thank you everybody for being here. It has been a pleasure as usual. I do like Omnisphere 3. There are some things I would have loved to be better, but I do like it. So if you like it, get it. It's really worth it. I remember when I got it 6-7 years ago, or when it was, that it must have been more than that. But I remember when I got it, it really changed my music, because it could do so much, and it had so much quality compared to other stuff. I know lots of plugins has arrived since, and they sound great, but this is still one of the best. So Omnisphere and almost everything from Yuhi is really good. Native instruments, it was good, but it's like it's not really. Yeah, there are pigments, but besides that, the other stuff is not evolving. Contact and Reactor, which are good stuff. I would say Contact is a sample library, but Omnisphere can do most of what Contact can do, but it's more synth related than sample related. It can work with samples from samples as sound sources. It can't sample itself. And if you need loops on a sound source, you have to do it in another editor, like what is it called? For example, Steinberg's Wavelab, where you can set loop points to loop a sound, so it plays forever when you hold the key instead of stopping. Spectrosonics is not interested in doing too much about the sample things, so they will not make a loop function for the sound sources, so you could just loop it there. You have to do that in an external editor, and then use a sound source. That's yeah. I keep talking, and actually, I was about to stop the show for today. so let's end it for today, and thank you, everybody. I am having one more weekend before my surgery, so I'm not sure, but I may do a noise show on the coming Saturday. But I'm not sure. If I get the time for it, then I will. But it will probably be, I think, a recorded noise stream. But let's see. That's next week. Remember, if you like this, click like, and if you haven't subscribed, then subscribe. And I also have some groups on Facebook, one for the Senior Sense Stream and one for the Noise Show. Find them or find me on Facebook, and in that way you can find the groups if you just look in my feed. There you will get notified when new shows appears, or else it will show up on the channel, YouTube channel, when it's planned. So thank you for being here. Have a continuing nice weekend, and have a good week next week. See you soon.